everything in human life. Sometimes it isn't. When I was a child, my life was playful,
Lonely,
Friendly,
happy,
wonderful, complicated.
When I came to the United States, I was so anxious because I didn't have any friend.
When I came
speak
to the United
English.
States, I
had
was
to
so
look for a
happy.
job.
I was so
had
excited.
to
I was so nervous.
When I came to the
Every
United
day I was
States,
message to my family.
When
I
I came
missed
to the
a
United
lot.
States,
I miss my
was
family, my friends.
When I came to the
I
United
used to
States,
cry.
I didn't understand English very well. I went to the school and learned English.
I was so confused. He was missing a lot.
When I came to the
When I
States,
came to the United States,
when I came to the United States, when I came to the United States.
Well, the way I came to the United States was kind of unusual. First, I came on a vacation, like every other tourist on Martha's Vineyard. And I ended up meeting my husband, and we happened to be in the same profession. So we talked about dentistry an entire summer. Then I left. And a month later, he took a flight to Brazil and we started to date. We dated for a long time, many airplane tickets, and then finally we decided I was going to be moving to the United States. And here I am.
I am here because my husband was working here. So he came here first looking for better opportunities to work because we had a struggle in Ecuador, financial struggle, and it was not safe for the kids. So, and also my sister-in-law lives here. So both told me there were a beautiful place and better opportunities to work and live.
I came here 5 years ago with my son Nicolas. We came here because of the situation in my country, and we ended here in Martha's Vineyard because I had friends who were here and they said, come to Martha's Vineyard, it's a nice place, there are a lot of opportunities and it's a safe place for children.
I came here with my husband because he got a job here on the island. He was a professor at the university in Chile, and he met there another professor who was American, and he was working there for 2 years. So they became good friends. And then when this American started his business, called my husband to come here. We were single in that time, so to get all the papers, we got married right away.
We are immigrants. We have nightmares and dreams. Sometimes nobody hears us. Sometimes nobody understands what we say. It's hard. It's complicated. Frustrating. We are lonely. It's so hard, but not impossible.
If you are not comfortable trying to communicate, it's awful because it's a struggle. I mean, here I am and I'm adult. I consider myself very smart. And I'm expressing like a 5-year-old. That is very hard. And when you think farther, you think, man, people will think that I'm, a person who thinks like a 5-year-old. Maybe it's a misconception from the one who is trying to learn the language, but that's how I feel.
I was afraid because the people talk too fast, and I said, oh my God, and I forgot everything. The English, I remember just one word, the please, please, just please, and I'm afraid I didn't understand nothing. The people talked, and I was afraid.
I remember the first day, they didn't even know how to spell Ecuador, so I was a little angry. But it was fun because they had a lot of Colombian kids, Peruvians, so I mixed up with them. And they were all speaking English, so they helped me learn it.
It is hard to learn the language when you came to the United States. And also when you watch TV or when you're going to the movies, it's not for entertainment. It's always as a job, because I was watching TV with a dictionary and try to translate every word, and it is hard for a long time. And I remember I didn't understand the joke or the funny stories. So it's supposed to be funny, but for me it was sad because I was oh my gosh, what is talking about? It's funny.
It took me like 8 or 9 months to have a conversation on the phone and to understand what the other side was talking or saying. It was very hard.
We have to learn quickly because this is not our country. This is different. We have to know the language from this country. It's the last thing we can do here. Learn the language to can communicate with the community.
I am originally from the Dominican Republic. My first encounter with English was when I was 12 years old. My family moved from the Dominican Republic to New York City, and I was about probably 8th grade. I don't remember quite. When I started school there, there was no bilingual school, so I was like all of a sudden next day in a school that nobody spoke any English. So what happened was that they would take me out of the classroom and have a teacher teach me like open the window, close the window, and then they would put me back in class. So the first year or so, it was very confusing because I felt like I was forgetting Spanish, but I didn't know any English.
It was a beautiful day. The sea, the grass, the birds, the stone wall. I was admiring the view when I met his eyes. I don't know why I liked that tiger. There was something in him that attracted me to him. He jumped the stone wall and started to follow me, as always. I started to run, and he was always behind me, always behind me. I saw his paw and a warm liquid running through my arm. I kept running and running. But suddenly, I changed my mind. I stopped, turned round, and waited for him. He stopped his crazy race. We looked at each other, and after a while, he put his heavy head down and went home. The unconscious.
I have a 1-year-old little boy. His name is Enzo, and he's the funnest boy. And I try to keep my culture at home. So we speak Portuguese at home. And that way my husband, who is American, can learn a little bit more of the Portuguese, and I can make sure my son, we're gonna have both idioms. I think this is a gift. You know, it's a gift to him, and it's a gift for my next generation, if we can keep the culture alive.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling different person when I to go back. Then I think, oh,
is like we say in Portuguese, like a fish out the water.
You have to do something to change and say, hey, you know, I can learn, or I can be different, or I want to be someone different or someone else, or I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity to be here. If it's for 1 year, fine, or 5 years, it's going to be fine. But do something, work, you know. It's not just working to get money, it's just work to be, how to grow up in yourself.
Every culture has colloquial language that they use in certain expressions, accent, everything that you try to look, knowing to change your culture, but trying to blend into, try to belong. Every human being needs to feel belong to something.
I miss some things. The language is the first one probably, but I feel so good now here. I feel so good. Yes, I feel like this community changed me some things, you know. It changed me. I feel a different person. I feel more spiritual.
I look forward to getting my permanent residence. I'm looking forward to seeing my 2 boys growing up. Bravo.
I'm looking forward to seeing my son going to college.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to being counselor.
I'm looking forward to getting my citizenship.
Take me home to the place